Alright, guys. We're doing another anime tier list because me and Vince are both kind of drunk, decently drunk, whatever you want to name it. We usually have our best conversations when we're like this. So in this one, you guys have seen some of our other ones. In this one, it's going to be anime backstories. Alright? So the first up is Itachi. So Vince, where would you put him in terms of tier list?
Might be able to see your screen.
Yeah. I'll share my screen. I apparently forget how to do that. No, I don't. You can see it? All good? Alright, first one's Itachi.
S.
Why do you say S?
Because he seemed like the villain the whole time. Until when you see his backstory, you feel related and you feel very, very bad for him because he had to kill. Do I say his backstory right now?
Yeah, I mean, you could say it. These people know what they're getting into. We're going to probably spoil some shit.
Oh, we're definitely going to spoil.
100%. 100%.
He had to kill his whole family, and parents had to just accept it, and he didn't want to, but it was either him kill everyone or he gets killed with them. So.
All right, I will also agree with you, Vince. S. Excuse me. So when Itachi, I don't know if it was. Please, people, comment underneath this if I'm wrong on something. We're drunk, but I think we've watched it enough and seen enough to where if I say something where I'm wrong, fucking comment so I know I'm not wrong and you could correct me on whatever. But I think it was, I don't know if he was an Anbu Black Ops at that point, but he was working underneath Danzo, and Danzo was like, yo, we know there's going to be a coup between the Uchiha and the Hidden Leaf Village. I think it came down to, hey, you either kill all the Uchiha and we spare your brother, or we're just going to kill you all. I remember so much in Naruto Shippuden when him and Sasuke fought together, and basically Itachi, in that heartbreaking, beautiful moment, Itachi was like, I don't ever have to lie to you again because you know the truth. Itachi was like the hidden hero. He fucking prevented so much stuff from happening. He went into the Akatsuki basically as a spy per se, kept a watchful eye over them, killed his whole clan. Like, if you watch it, if you haven't watched Naruto from beginning to end, you see Itachi's backstory. Nobody in the Leaf Village at least ever looked at him as a hero besides maybe Naruto and Kakashi, because they knew about his backstory. So I will gladly put him at S. The next one, Kuma.
You know more about that than I do.
Alright, I'm gonna say an S. I am gonna say he is number one S. Listen, guys, I have a bunch of anime tattoos. I have Ace and Luffy on my forearm. I have Minato doing the Reaper Death Seal on the upper part of my arm. I want to get a Bonnie and a Kuma tattoo so bad because of when you watch it. I don't want to spoil it, and I'm sorry if this is spoiler. If this is spoiler, fast forward the video for sure. But when you look at Kuma, not only as a character, but as a father, my God. When I first so to all you watching, the reason I got into One Piece even more, when I was younger, I watched One Piece on Toonami on Cartoon Network on Adult Swim. It was from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. The farthest I got up to was Thriller Bark. I remember a few months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, I was scrolling through Instagram. I saw fucking Kuma's backstory, a minute of it through Toei's Instagram page, and I was I was in shock. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck? This is a character's backstory. Now I'm all caught up on One Piece, and I love it so much. But Kuma's backstory, I have never seen in an anime a backstory so well written, so heart-crushingly beautiful as his. Like, he goes through it. I want to get this right because I don't want to sound like an idiot, but like when he is like him and he's still all him, like, because Bonnie has an incurable disease, he basically agrees to become a government weapon so that they can cure her disease. But they tell Kuma, like, hey, if you see her, you visit her between now and this point, we'll enslave your daughter, make her a slave, all this stuff. If you're caught up, or if you're not, I'm sorry, if you're not, you have a lot to look forward to for sure. And Egghead Island, when, oh my god, Kuma finally gets his comeuppance, it is such a tearjerker. When you see that Bonnie was able to see all of his memories, my fucking god. Like, there is not a tear that isn't shed. It is so beautiful, and I spent enough time on this. Go in front of Itachi, bro. You deserve it. Go in front of Itachi. The next one, Vince. Thorfinn.
I would say A tier.
Really? Why?
Because I don't know, the theme of it and all that, just like saying I'll never fight again. I gotta think about it. Hold on.
No,
you talk and I'll think. You talk and I'll think about it.
Thorfinn's a hard one because, like, everybody watching, me and my girlfriend, I finished Vinland Saga, but like I was talking to my girlfriend about it. She's not the biggest anime person, not because of what anime represents or what anime is. She just never got into anime. So I was talking to her about Vinland Saga, and she was 100% interested in starting it from beginning all the way to the end of season 2. I will tell you that it is so great watching somebody who's never watched it before watch it for the first time. Because my girlfriend, sweetheart, she was like watching in the first 6 episodes of Vinland Saga, the first season, watching a lot of the stuff that Thorfinn went through, and she was like, I shit you not, she was like, oh my god, he's just a kid, oh that poor child. Like, I think overall in terms of backstory, if you have finished it, like probably like a month ago, I finally finished the 2nd season. I started it all over. I will say, it got me to tear up so many times. In terms of, I feel like if you look at backstory, like, that depends on how you're looking at it. If you just started watching it from let's say you just start watching it from season 2, and you understand what, like me and Vince, we finished it.
Yeah.
I almost cried my eyes out when he met his mom for the first time in like 15 years. 10 years, 15 years. Like, and she looked at him and she was like, oh, you look just like your father. I almost cried my eyes out because I was like, holy shit, he's meeting his mom for the first time. I will say, compared to these other ones, in terms of sacrifice, there was a lot more that these other ones sacrificed, so I am completely cool with going with A.
Yeah, I say A because he did have like a really sad one with like seeing his father literally die in front of him. He also saw him on like, that was basically the battlefield. It wasn't just like they just murdered him. That was kind of like expected on the battlefield, and he just saw it like with his own eyes and experienced the real world with his own eyes. Like seeing, I just like the thought of like the history of like why people invaded other people and like the greed behind mankind, and just him like seeing him evolve into like a person who would never fight again because of what atrocities he's done in the past. I honestly can just show so much respect for the anime,
bro.
But for a backstory, like he doesn't have it as bad as other people. So.
No, 100%. I will say though, watching Like, it was crazy watching him in the first season become like a cold, heartless killer in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
To the second season, like he was listening to Snake read the Bible to that crippled guy that they were on the farm with. Like, and then him just being the way he is, how he didn't want to fight. He thought there was like no purpose to it. I was like, holy shit. He like grew up a lot, but he became his dad ideally.
Yeah. And it changes like your whole mindset about like war and all that.
100%. 100%. All right. Naruto. Now, when it comes to backstories, how do we want to take this? Are we taking it, and Vince, obviously, like, chip in at this. Are we taking it from...
When I think about backstory, like, the best ones are, like, the most gut-wrenching ones. And I would say Naruto, I would say he's an A tier, but I don't know where.
I feel like he's an A tier as well. You know, it just depends on how we look at it. If we watch, like, if you watch, like, everybody watching, if you watch Naruto as a whole, right, and you take it from, we're not going to talk about Boruto, we're not getting into that shit. If you take it from the end of Shippuden, when he sees his dad off, when his dad disappears because he was reincarnated, are we taking it from that point backwards, or are we taking it from like the beginning of Shippuden backwards? I feel like overall, because of the influence, I gotta say I love Thorfinn, but because of the influence, and like, if you've never seen it before, it is probably a lot more heart-wrenching. I would say he's above Thorfinn. And I say that for multiple reasons. If you've watched Naruto in the beginning, like,
okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, it's like at the start, you have so many episodes like where you just see him as like a jolly child and all that. You don't expect anything for his backstory.
Well, even as a child,
and then far on, it's like
if you look at
wow.
like the beginning, right? Everybody hated him because they realized what the Nine-Tailed Fox did to him. They realized the destruction and death and pain that came with it. They knew it was inside of him, and they shunned him, made him feel like shit, hated him, disregarded him his whole childhood until he started proving himself. Like, if you look at like a real child, like,
oh yeah.
If you look at a real child and how a real child would go through that, like, the first main fight they had was with Zabuza, to where when Naruto came back to the village with like Kakashi and Sakura and Sasuke, he was part of the group that beat Zabuza, and they all knew Zabuza as one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist. But as you go on, and you see like Iruka jumped in front of a shuriken for Naruto, like, we start going, let's say we disregard Naruto as a whole, because like he had his fight with Gaara. He told Gaara that he like recognized him. He was like, I know what you've been through because I've been through it. If we go into Shippuden, and the fact that not only did it carry forward his backstory, but there were like, for instance, when he met his dad for the first time. If you've never seen Naruto and you watched it from beginning to that point, there is no doubt in my mind you had tears in your eyes because he met his dad for the first time. So like, there were so many different snippets of his backstory that were so important to anybody who didn't know. His backstory is not just that, oh, I had a Nine-Tailed Fox inside of me, people hated me, but I fought for the village and I became greater. Even when he first fought for the village, people didn't think that highly of him because of how young he was, what his abilities were, how he was able to control the Nine-Tails and manifest that into like a really useful power. But I will say, in terms of overall, I would 100% put him in front of Thorfinn.
Above Thorfinn, yeah.
Alright, next one.
He had literally both his parents taken away.
100%, at the same time.
At birth, too. He never even got to see them.
Next one, Sasuke.
Sasuke?
I'm gonna say B.
B? Yeah, I can say B.
I'm going to say B because it felt like what he lived through, nothing against Sasuke or the trauma, it seemed like it was all secondhand to Itachi.
Yeah.
Like, Itachi...
he had it based off of hatred more than just, like, burden.
Like, I don't know if this is true, but when Itachi's backstory is not only the fact that he killed his whole clan, it was more or less like, to save Sasuke, he had to kill his own clan. I don't know, I might be wrong about this, whether it's in the manga or in the actual anime adaptation. I don't know. I've heard it circulate around. So, there was a girl who loved Itachi. Her name was Izumi. But apparently in the manga, he knew like that she loved him and he had to kill her. He put her under a genjutsu that like she was able to live out the life like of them growing together, marrying, having children, like that whole thing, and she was able to live that. Sasuke never had to live shit like that. If that is true, I don't know if it's true. I'm just assuming that that's true. Sasuke never had to... The only thing he had to live through, realistically, was the fact that Itachi multiple times showed him that he killed their whole clan. Because apparently in the anime, there was somewhere along the lines of where like Sasuke lived through that whole sequence like 1,000 times or something.
For genjutsu?
Yeah, Itachi put him under a genjutsu where he saw it like 1,000 times or something.
Yeah.
So I'll say for him, he's B.
The most he got was basically just people going on to him like, "Oh wow, you're the only one who survived." That's basically all he got. Hold on. That's Obito.
Right. All right. Next one, Obito. Where would you? S. Low S, but S.
S. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say, guys, this might be a bit longer episode. Just bear with us. It's actually like it's great. I say S because if we're looking at Itachi or fucking Itachi, fuck him right now. We're talking about Obito. We're talking about Obito. And we're talking about him as a whole. When we finally get to know Obito in the 4th Great Ninja War, when it goes through his backstory, there are so many fuck things. It shows him as a young kid who used to help the elderly, and that's why he was always late, or he presumed he was always late because he was helping the elderly. But as you know more of his backstory, like, he went with Kakashi, or Kakashi went with him to save Rin because she got captured during the 3rd Great Ninja War. Obito threw Kakashi out of the way, and he got crushed by those rocks. He gave Kakashi his Sharingan. During that little bit of moment, Madara saved Obito, and ideally wanted him to be his successor. Obito was basically against it, like, no, I need to get back to my friends, my clan, my village. Madara full on told him, like, yo, like, you're gonna see some shit, and it's gonna be gut-wrenching. That is exactly what Obito saw. Obito saw the girl that he absolutely loved and admired get killed. Whether it was by Kakashi, or in that moment of his backstory, he don't know it was by he knows it was by Kakashi for different reasons. For random reasons. He doesn't know that she jumped in front of it. He does not know that. In that moment, he does not know that. But if you go all the way to the 4th Great Ninja War, him loving, protecting the village, the elderly, doing stuff for them, him dying, giving his eye to Kakashi, and then him basically White Zetsu giving him powers, helping him to be able to go back and save them, and then the second he gets there, Rin is dead, and her and Kakashi pass out, and then he just fucking annihilates everybody, and then he gives into Madara. He gives into manipulation. He was manipulated. He was told, hey, I can make the girl of your dreams come back if you do X, Y, and Z. He did X, Y, and Z, and he got fucked over, and he didn't realize it until it was too late. I think if I'm comparing him against... fuck, this is tough. If I'm comparing... Vince, do you have anything to add, by the way?
No, you got it flawlessly so far. It's all backstory.
If where would you put it in terms of Kuma and Itachi? I think it's better than Itachi.
Yeah. I put it below Itachi because he. Yeah, I put it below Itachi. Itachi had to murder his whole everyone closest to him. Obito literally had to just witness the girl of his dreams be taken from him.
You know,
and then I will not lie, it's really sad because he devoted his whole life to trying to bring her back, and then at the end he found out he basically got scammed by Madara.
I agree. You know what? I agree with you.
It's just the gut-wrenching feeling.
Put it behind Itachi.
I can't imagine that gut-wrenching feeling, devoting your whole life to something, and at the end you found out you've been fooled from the start.
Yeah, dude, imagine that, 10 years, almost, if more, at least 10 years.
Imagine that whole effort, and then you find out at the end you're the bad guy.
And then you know what, the worst part about his death, the saddest part about his death is when he was, you've seen it all, when he was dying, when Kaguya impaled him with that rod that makes you disintegrate, and he was looking back on his life, and he was like, yo, I'm fucking ashamed of what I become. It is so gut-wrenching, especially because they have the music, the soundtrack, and everything going. It is so hard, not to feel for this character.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Edward Elric.
You watched it more than I do, so I say you got the right one.
Guys, other than his backstory, I definitely need to watch.
Think top B? I'm thinking top B.
I don't want to go with what I think viewers will go with, but what I personally agree with. Edward Elric. So, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't remember watching Full Metal Alchemist. I remember watching Brotherhood. I remember how amazing it was, how gut-wrenching it was. But when it comes to Edward Elric, the one thing that I know is that he tried to use alchemy to bring his mother back. And I don't know if he didn't do it right or if it wasn't enough power or what the case was. Guys, I watched it 12 years ago. I know that it took his brother's whole physical body, and then it took Edward's leg and arm, because in terms of Full Metal Alchemist, you can't get anything without sacrificing something. That was one of the big principles in the show. And he's fought through so much. I'm gonna put it under Sasuke for B.
Yeah, under,
because I just think in terms of overall sadness and despair and sorrow, Edward Elric, we're talking about backstory.
Yeah.
Sasuke had to live through his whole clan dying multiple times, and he had to relive his parents dying multiple times. Edward Elric didn't live through that. His backstory as he got older was his brother is in an iron armor shell because they were trying to bring their mother back. It took his brother's whole physical body, which they were able to put into a physical being, his soul, and it only took his left arm and right leg. I might be wrong in the actual right and left of it, but I don't think it's as sad as Sasuke's. Next one, Vince. You'll know more about this than I will. Rainer.
Oh no, I just know the basis of it because I watched Attack on Titan I feel 4 years ago now. I mean, Rainer, dude. Dude, I'll be real. I forgot so much about it. I just knew he was depressed for what he did, and he thought he was doing for the good of attacking, I forgot the island, which Eren and the whole, I forgot, what's that, the island called, with just everyone on it, with the castles and...
What, Shiganshina?
How the fuck do you remember that?
Is it Shiganshina? I don't know.
I don't know. It was where, Eren Yeager lived in...
Yeah, Shiganshina. He lived in Shiganshina.
Yeah, and Rainer was put on a mission. Was it to take Eren Yeager?
So originally, from what I remember watching, I didn't watch it, guys. I didn't watch it as thoroughly as I was not the biggest fan of Attack on Titan, and I hate to say this, some of you are gonna disagree, and I'm so fucking sorry. It's just how I feel. I fucking hated the end of Attack on Titan, just like many of you. I hate the fact that in the first season, Eren was like a good guy. He wanted to kill the Titans, and by the last season, he was like, yo, fuck it, kill 80% of the population, you know? So, Rainer, I don't know if it was their original goal, but at some point in the, second, third season, him, Bertolt, and Ymir, they went and captured Eren for what they wanted, ideally the plan that they wanted to enact. And then that's when Eren fights them, you know, and at the end of it, like, Armin fucking eats Bertolt and becomes the Colossal Titan. All that bullshit. I don't fucking remember. I was just so annoyed. So, ideally, it's wherever you want to place Rainer.
Okay. Probably C.
Man, that's fine. That's fine. I understand. I don't know his backstory like that. I know he struggled.
Really
I just don't know particularly what he struggled in.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Eren Yeager.
Eren Yeager? Ah, dude, I'd rather talk about his dad.
Well, his dad's on here. Just not yet. Just not yet.
Eren Yeager? Dude. Dude, his backstory is basically fucking weird because it's just like an infinite loop of time. He fucking knew what he did throughout all the time by the time he was born.
When you know, it's funny when you actually put it together.
Weird.
Like, he sent that Titan to eat his fucking mom, because wasn't that Titan going to go eat Bertolt or Rainer?
Yeah.
We're gonna piss a lot of fucking people off.
It's fucking weird. I don't know how to explain this timeline.
I feel like
when the timeline is fucking 40 chess, basically.
I feel like if you watch, oh my god, this is so fucking weird. I feel like if you watch Attack on Titan, you've never seen it before. You watch it from beginning to end, or beginning to like the third season. His backstory constantly consists of he was young. Him and Mikasa and Armin. That's when the Colossal Titan first occurred, and the Armored Titan. He saw that Titan eat his mother. So if you're watching it from the first season all the way to, I want to say second, maybe third. I don't know when you find out that he sent that Titan to eat his mom. But if you're just like, yo, his backstory is like he watched these Titans ransack Shiganshina, like he watched this Titan eat his mother right before his eyes. Like in that moment, he didn't know he did that. He was a fucking child. So, but obviously as you watch further, he's like, yeah, I sent that Titan to eat my mom. Like it was the only, just because he's in this whole fucking...
It was when his dad gave him some vaccine or something like that to turn him into the Titan.
So, Vince, wherever you want to put him is where I'll put him. I can't decide.
Above Rainer. Let's see.
That's fine. I'll easily take that, brother. Next one, Nico Robin. Bro, I feel like
she just got her fucking nation nuked.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking Hiroshima.
Okay, yeah, I forget what the name of her island that she lived on, but when I watched her backstory, it was gut wrenching. Like she was a little like the biggest thing that I remember is when she became an archaeologist, yeah, because her mom was that, and there were so many people there that could read the poneglyphs. So the island eventually gets, what the fuck is it called?
The button on the snail?
Yeah. I forget what it's called though. Oh my god. It's the responder snail, but it's like the gold buzzer.
Yeah.
And it nukes the whole fucking island, meaning they're gonna disintegrate the whole island. I remember the one scene I remember that makes me choke up is when the giant Saul, he used to be a fucking, Navy Vice Admiral?
Yeah.
Nico Robin's mom tells Saul, like, take my daughter, get the fuck out of here. Because, like, we see, because the Navy killed the Clover guy, they see what they're gonna do. She said, take my daughter, get out of here. And he scoops her up, and she's running, and Saul's running with her. And she's yelling for her mom and shit, and she tells her, like, make sure you live, I love you, all this stuff.
Isn't there another thing where she's like, hey mom, and then her mom's just like, so she doesn't get killed, she's like, I'm not your mom, or something like that?
Bro, I don't remember that particular. Probably, though, I don't deny it in terms of what I've seen in terms of One Piece.
I remember her mom had to keep denying that she wasn't, like, apart with her, or else she would have got killed with her mom.
Most likely. But I remember Saul is like running with her, and then Aokiji like freezes him, and the fucking speech, we're going speeches here, people. I don't give a fuck. Like, if you can do a speech good to where it makes me almost cry, fucking job well done. When he looks at her and he's like, the sea is a vast place. You'll find people that genuinely love you for who you are. And he starts laughing as Aokiji freezes him. My God. That made me tear up, like, and then
the thing where he was like, even when you're sad, just keep laughing, it cheers you up.
And she
was like crying and trying to laugh as she was floating away.
As Aokiji let her get away, and as she's sailing away on that boat, she tries doing his laugh, and she starts crying. My God, that was like, oh my God. I don't know where to place it because I love Naruto, I love Thorfinn. I definitely think it deserves an A.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of above.
You're right.
Definitely above Thorfinn.
Above Thorfinn.
Yeah, it's worse than Thorfinn for sure. It might be better than Naruto, but that's hard. They're like even right now.
It just depends, like everybody.
Because they both got like No, I say she's worse than Naruto. Because as she kept living, she was
I'll agree. Because she always lived with the burden of everybody was going to abandon her or desert her.
Yeah, and everyone was trying to sell her out. Like, they would get money for her bounty.
Exactly. That's why in fucking Eni's lobby, she tells Luffy, like, you're all just going to desert me. I'd rather you just all forget about me. And that's when Luffy's like, yo, I want to hear you say you want to live. And she fucking screams it. That's how you know it's fucking real. Because that's what she's always believed, that she was always going to get sold off, or they were going to leave her or desert her. That was the moment that she felt like she belonged.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say to the voice actor that did Robin in that episode, fucking phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. Like, I don't think there's any English voice actor who could have portrayed that as fucking good as she did.
Yeah, for sure.
Next one, Kakashi Hatake.
Damn, as a kid, isn't it sad because his dad killed himself? Just hung himself right in front of him, right? They walked in and saw the white flash.
I'll say it, Vince. I'll say it right off the bat. Higher than Naruto.
Really? Yeah.
I think below Robin. And guys, everybody watching, this isn't set in the stone. This might be biased, or how we feel, or how long we started watching this anime, or if we just recently watched it. This is not set in stone. You can disagree. It's okay. I think it's above Naruto.
What?
Kakashi, when he was younger, he was able to grow up with his dad in a sense. I don't know if it was ever said in the manga or in the actual anime if he physically saw or knew his mother, but he knew his dad as the White Fang of the Leaf. His dad was strong and powerful. He saw when his dad when his dad killed himself. He didn't know why. In the backstory episodes, he would stand there at the end of the thing that I'm not trying to like put different ideas. The thing that makes me realize this is when Guy Sensei's backstory, when he physically saw Kakashi not in class, or he physically saw Kakashi just standing by himself. Obito's backstory, when he saw Kakashi with his dad smiling, and then he saw Kakashi not with his dad, and when Kakashi wouldn't show up to school. Kakashi was a genius, but he didn't know why his dad killed himself. He just knew that he walked in and saw his dad dead on the fucking floor. Then he had to see Kakashi die. He saw fucking Rin die. He saw so much death at such a young age that it made him who he was when he grew up. And as he became a sensei, like, there are certain things that he talked back on about his life. Not necessarily pinpointing it, but Kakashi lived through it all. He lived through fucking his dad dying, Rin dying, Obito at that moment dying. You know,
he basically lost everyone that was close to him.
He knew Itachi. I don't want to say he knew Itachi was going to do the coup, but like, I feel like he had an idea that Itachi was gonna go through that.
Yeah.
That's why he never regarded Itachi as a villain. In Naruto, in the one episode, he invites Sasuke to come to that restaurant just so Itachi can see him, because he knew Itachi was in the fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
So where would you place Kakashi?
Yeah, I don't know. He's A tier.
I know it. I don't think he's above Robin.
I don't think he's above Naruto.
You think he's above Thorfinn? I'm below Thorfinn. Below Thorfinn.
Below? Why below? I feel like it's like... I feel like it's above Thorfinn because Thorfinn saw his dad die in the Act of War. Kakashi saw his dad die because he killed himself. He never knew why. That kind of hurts more than
100%.
knowing the reason.
I feel like, though, did he actually see his dad kill himself, or did he walk into his dad dead?
Dead. But he saw him hanging. I swear to God,
the episode his dad stabbed himself.
Oh.
I feel like if we're splitting the two, obviously different power scaling, but if we're talking,
below Thorfinn though, because
I will say,
hopeless.
God, so many people are going to be pissed off at us, guys. Everybody,
I think it's good because Thorfinn, like, as his self growing up, he just felt hopeless. Like there's no way he can
100%. I also say
have a life without having revenge against Escalade.
Thorfinn watched his dad die and then cried in his dad's arms, and then his dad, who was still alive, because me and my girlfriend me and Grace just watched this today, his dad said, "I'm so happy you were here to say goodbye," and he grabs his son's hair and ruffles it. His son literally watched him fucking die, and then as Askeladd and his men take their warship, Thorfinn's still on it. Thorfinn grabs a knife his dad gave him, and he says, and he screams, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Yeah.
I feel like that whole sequence, just for me personally, and if you disagree, tell me you disagree, I feel like that just hits home worse, because that is just, he watched his dad die. He didn't walk in, he watched it physically.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one. Pain.
It's another one I forgot.
Pain
I just remember
/ Nagato, everybody.
I just remember them being so nice in the beginning, like when Jiraiya was teaching them.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what changed them. Wasn't it like the economy of like the rain village?
So Nagato / Pain. Nagato's parents were killed by Leaf Ninja, and random, because where they were, their village, their nation was in the middle of the war zone. Leaf Ninja came in and killed his mother and father right in front of Nagato, And the Leaf Ninja even acknowledged, they were like, oh, we didn't know that citizens live this far out in the war zone. Hey kid, we're really sorry. Nagato fucking went insane and killed them. Nagato then goes through, he's trying to ask people for food because he's fucking dying. He doesn't have food or water. They all turn him down. He passes out. Conan gives him bread and food and water and whatever. He's able to give some to Chibi, the little dog he had. That's when they go and meet Yagato. Yagato and all them, they form a group. They meet Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru. Jiraiya decides to stay back. This is still an active war zone. Decides to hang back, train them, teach them how to survive, how to defend themselves, take care of themselves. Jiraiya leaves. They're by themselves. They want to be there. They are the Akatsuki. He is the original founder of the Akatsuki. Necessarily, they want to become a group that saves sort of everybody, that protects the weak, that brings peace to the Hidden Rain village. That's when Hanzo, Hanzo the Salamander, gets word of them, and he wanted to meet them. He was like, oh, a group that shares my ideals? That sounds great for this nation. That's great. Danzo, being a fucking dickhead, manipulated the whole situation, basically told Hanzo, like, yo, they're gonna fucking overthrow you. Like, they're gonna do X, Y, and Z. They're here to do this and that. Hanzo ambushed them, kidnapped Conan, and as Nagato and Yahiko go there, he basically holds a kunai up to Conan, and he says, yo, Yahiko, I heard you're the leader. Kill yourself and I'll let Conan go. Yahiko jumps into the blade and tells Nagato, like, hey, you and Conan have to live. Yahiko dies right there. Conan screams out, Nagato goes fucking insane and kills so many of the soldiers that Hanzo had. Right before he's about to kill Hanzo, Hanzo disappears because Hanzo at that point was kind of busted. He was strong. And then at that point it was, hey, that's when Obito's story comes in. Obito's like, yo, I can make a world where the people who died in your life can be actually real again. Now will you join me? And that's when Nagato joins him, to put it shortly. In terms of, God, this is, what do you have to say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I don't got much more to say. Dude, you have like a fucking, the memory you have with the anime is insane. How you remember.
Yeah, I might not be remembering all the pretty details or like maybe some of the important shit. I remember like the majority, I want to say.
You remember a lot more than I do, that's for sure.
I'm gonna say low B. Low B.
Low B?
What? No, actually, I'm gonna say above Edward Elric.
Okay.
Just because I know Pain's backstory more, and when Pain talked to Naruto about his life, I feel like it hit me harder than Edward Elric. Like, I feel like it hit me way harder.
Yeah.
All right, next one, Gaara.
He was kind of the same backstory as Naruto. He was just shamed by everyone because he had the what they call it, the tailed beast inside of him. And even wasn't it like everyone, even his mom, like hated him?
So, realistically,
or didn't his mom die?
His mom died giving birth to him because he was.
Oh.
I don't know. He was premature. They sealed the fucking one tails inside of him, and his father. They've done most of the villages done experiments like, hey, if we can trigger this tail beast to explode in this person, and they can contain it, then they're a powerful military asset to us. The Hidden Cloud Village, they tried doing that with everybody until it got to B, and B was able to do it. Shikaku, Gaara, Furt One-Tailed Beast, he said, so Gaara's mother died giving birth to him. Gaara's mother absolutely loved Gaara. His father told Gaara's mother's brother, I guess his brother, Gaara's brother-in-law, ideally, hey, go startle him. Go tell him his mother didn't love him. Go provoke him to get the One-Tails out. And then if he can contain him, if Gaara can contain the One-Tails, we know it's a match. Gaara's brother-in-law, the brother of his mom, went to go kill him. Gaara basically 90% killed him and saw that it was him, and his name was Yukimaru, I believe. And he was like, Yukimaru, why? Yukimaru told him, like, yo, you were never supposed to be born. I've hated you ever since my sister died, because my sister died giving birth to a fucking evil piece of shit like you, and I'll never be able to forgive you. And as Yukimaru dies, Gaara goes into the first form, and he couldn't contain it, so Gaara's father wanted him to be killed. Obviously, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But that was a majority of his backstory. I think
that's high A. I feel like.
Is it? You really think so?
Yeah.
You really? Where in high A?
I don't know. Just like being born without like love to ever begin with. It's pretty harsh.
I mean,
Like he never even like realized what it was until Naruto, really.
I feel like well, because Naruto never knew what it was like to be loved either. Iruka never told Naruto he loved him. I just
remember feeling it a lot more with Gaara.
You know what? Do you want me to put him in front of Naruto? I'll do that for you.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put that in front of Naruto. Guys, if you have any comments on that particular one. Because we put him in front of Naruto, Thorfinn, and Kakashi. Some people are going to have some fucking beef. Alright, yeah. Vince, this is all you. The next two are going to be all you. Grisha Jaeger.
This thing is so fucking hard because the Attack on Titan story is so fucking construed with the timelines and all that. Because the fucking Titan's name that they have, the Attacker Titan, or whatever Titan he controlled, he was able to see the time in the future and the time in the past. So he was also able to see like the mind of everyone who ever controlled it. So he was basically he was able to see Eren the way he controlled it. He basically saw what Eren would do and all that, but he was trying to prevent some, was it the war or was it prevent?
You know more. Whoa, you know more about than I do.
Fuck. This is bad because like people are gonna be listening on this and they know it like perfectly, and it's so long ago, so I really forgot.
Everyone, we don't know this shit. We're just going off of what our basic knowledge is of this shit.
He was in some party trying to take down the government or something like that, and the government saw this, took his wife, and they had a syringe that turned them into like the little Titans. He took his wife, put her in a syringe, threw her over the wall, where like
was Carla not his first wife? That was Eren's mom.
It was Eren's mom.
Oh, yeah. So they threw her over the wall.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then he was able to take Eren. Well, he had first off watch his wife get thrown over the wall, turn into a Titan, and just run off.
Oh, his original wife, the Smile Titan, that fucking motherfucker with the smile. You're right.
Yeah, that was like their death penalty. They would stick him with a syringe with the Titan, and they were like using an experiment and just throwing off the bridge and just watch them. They sent them overseas to the island to attack the other island because they were at conflict with the other islands, saying they were the demons and all that. Like they were the demon and like basically scapegoating the shit out of them, just saying like they were the root of all evil. They need to die. So that was their weapon of doing it, because the people on the island did not know that the Titans were a weapon. They thought they were just the demons of Earth the whole time. So that was the weapon to use. So I forgot, I think he was a doctor at the time, and he went over to the island just living his life out because he didn't want to be at the other government, because he didn't feel safe and all that, and didn't want his son Eren to be attacked. So after that whole, I'm trying to think the timeline. I think it was after Aaron's new mom. Wait. Fuck. Yeah, I think it was the new mom. I'm trying to think if he's adopted by that mom. I think he was adopted by the mom. Because that was the new dad's wife. She got eaten by that other Titan, which I think Aaron told that Titan to do. And he couldn't control it. And I think the Aaron was inside of his dad's mind and told him to give him the Titan's powers.
I feel like I gotta fucking rewatch it now. You just explained the whole thing to me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's all fucking over the place. I wish I was able to pinpoint each thing, but yeah, it's like kind of the gist.
Where would you put it?
Of it. Oh, dude, the mental warfare that I had to go through. Bottom A.
Bottom A, really? Above
Yeah.
This is you. Above Sasuke, above Pain, above Edward Elric, above Aaron, and above Rainer.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, Vince. I feel like I definitely did watch a few episodes with you, but I probably don't know it as well as you. Dororo?
Dororo?
Yeah. Is that the kid who was like a fossilized fucking baby or something like that, and then...
So basically what happened was the whole the whole city, his dad he was like the king of this whole town, and his whole whole city was dying because all their crops and everything was dying and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So he went up to this church and talked to the monk up there, and he was like, I'll do anything to have my town flourishing. This town's about to die. I need to do something. And he's like, you could pray to these demons over here, but they're demons. So whatever you pray to them, whatever they give you, they're gonna take something from you. He's like, I don't care. Do anything. And he was like, really, even as like your first son will be taken. He was like, I do not care. Take him. And whatever time after that, his wife had a baby. And
it was a boy?
During the delivery of the baby, lightning struck the place, struck him. And basically, the person delivering the baby said, he's still alive, but barely. It's going to be really hard to take care of him. And the mother wanted to take care of him and all that, and the dad said, no, screw him, throw him out. And they basically, like, he had nothing. Like, he had no arms, no legs. Like, he was just, like, skinned, but he had no eyeballs or anything. And they just threw him in a basket and sent him down the river. And some guy during the war found him floating down the river, and he was a craftsman, so he made his arms, legs, and all that.
Shit.
And they found out as he was growing up, if he took out demon by demon, every demon he killed, he was able to get one physical attraction back, like hearing or the movement of his legs. So, like, as he was growing up, he was fighting the demons to get him back, and then he had to fight his father to, it's just like basic. I think he came back to like try to accept what his father did, and his father still hated him.
God damn!
Yeah, saying like you shouldn't have lived in the first place.
Jesus!
And he was just, I think he had to kill his father. I hadn't watched the end. That's the thing that.
All right, so where would you place this?
It's pretty fucked up. But he's definitely A. I don't know, the way the story portrayed it though, like I feel like
wherever you pick, I'll fucking put it.
Longer anime make me tear up a lot more because I get a lot more connected to the characters. This character was such a short anime, yeah, I feel like it would be great if I was able to connect to the character more. So I'd say low A.
Like, but right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You know what? You know more about it than I do, so I'll take your word for it. Last one. Guys, this is just like characters that we thought of in the moment. It's not everybody, or this isn't cemented in the fucking perfect list. Tell us what you want below. Tell us below in the comments what you would make different, why you would make it different. We're open to suggestions and reading the comments. This isn't set in stone. This is just in the moment. What we've seen, what we feel. Last one, Ace.
You explain it. I just know.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Where I would place it.
As a kid, I just know the backstory with him and it was Sabo, Sabo, and Luffy. Yeah. All brothers growing up. I mean, he basically saw Sabo die.
Yeah. He at that moment, Sabo was dead. He never thought Sabo died.
Never seen Sabo again. And yeah, he set off to be a pirate. What was it, like 12? I don't know. I remember he was really young, like teenager.
Oh god.
You're asking me that.
I want to say like between 15 and 17.
Okay. Before he set off sail, everyone hated him because his dad was the king of all pirates.
Let me cut you off. So,
all right.
He went around asking people basically like, "Hey, what if the king of the pirates if Goldie Roger had a son? What would you think of him?" And everybody was saying like, "Yo, fuck that kid. Kill him. He deserves to die like his dad." So that's why Ace constantly got into fights growing up and things like that, because they would give him that answer. He would get pissed because he knew who he was, where he came from, and that's what fueled a lot of it.
Yeah.
God, but
and just like him and then Whitebeard, like taking him in as like his child was special because that was like the first time he even stated that was the first time he ever felt like he was loved by like a father figure.
Oh my god.
And I just remember the saddest thing was just like the saddest quote from like anime was like when he was dying and he was talking to Luffy, he was like, "Thank you for loving me." And I was like,
bro,
oh god,
heart fucking
hard.
wrenching. One of the memes that I constantly like, I have it saved on my Instagram, I don't remember what the full saying was, but it was like when a dad sees their child die before their very eyes. And it was Whitebeard watching Ace die, and Whitebeard's eyes like go black, like he just kind of like stands there, and then he fucking full on fucking punches Akainu. I was like, that's fucking peak. That's because that's his son. Because when Ace like had a thing to prove when he went out before he joined the Whitebeard Pirates, he fought Whitebeard at one point, to the point where towards the end, or if not at the end of the fight, towards the end of the fight, Whitebeard was like, "Yo, join me, X, Y, and Z," and then he was like, "How would you like it if this old man became your father?" And then fucking Ace recognized him just as that, and that's why like one of the biggest moments I think in anime that speak to me in terms of a character's death. Because we all know how strong Whitebeard is. He's one of the 4 emperors. He has that fucking blade. He has his incredible devil fruit. When he leans down to pick up a bead from Ace's necklace and he starts crying, you can't, like when I first saw that, I was almost in fucking tears because I was like, either shit's gonna get crazy or it's about to be really sad.
Yeah.
And like, there's constantly a meme on this. Like, this, I think, speaks to it perfectly. Because Goldie Roger, who was Ace's biological father, fought with Whitebeard plenty of times. There's a meme that I see, and it says, oh my fucking God, it's so good. It was like all of you were his friends, but you never protected him. And it was a picture of Silvers Rayleigh, Garp, Shanks, and what is his name? Chopper Gabon. All people who like were people with Goldie Roger. And it said all you were close to Roger, but you never protected him. And then it showed a picture of Whitebeard when he died standing up, and it said, but your enemy fought and died for justice for your son. And I was like, fuck. Like that's so real. Like I'm trying to I think of, oh my God, this is actually hard for me because like Robin's was sad, but in terms of like when Ace was dying, he looked at Garp, who was his grandfather per se, and he said, did I deserve to be born? And Garp couldn't give him an actual answer. So like he just grew up not knowing if he deserved to be born. Like, can you imagine like what he went through as a character growing up, and then finally being loved and recognized, and having Luffy and Sabo, seeing Sabo die, he thought Sabo was dead, and then when he died and he thanked Luffy for loving him. It depends. When we talk about backstory here, it depends on how far you want to look ahead. Like, I've watched the entirety of One Piece up to where it's at now. When I think about backstory, they even still kind of reference Ace in some things. In Wano, they reference Ace. Otami or Otama, that little girl, references Ace. Yamato references Ace plenty of times. Ace is part of their backstory. So, like, how much did Ace mean, and how much did he do to where when he died, it was soul-crushing? Like, I will say this. I mean, if you're not at Wano yet, you're not at Wano yet, are you, Vince?
No.
Okay, I won't spoil it then. There is a very...
I would say he's low S tier. Like,
Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it, because... No. I agree with that. I mean... I just feel like because One Piece is so long, they have done... Like, I've never been, like, a One Piece bandwagoner. I remember just restarting it and watching it thoroughly. Like, because when I last watched it, it was on Toonami. I stopped watching it at Thriller Bark. Watched it on Crunchyroll. Watching every season, every arc. Seeing the characters. Like, I cried when they fucking burned the Mary. I was almost in tears when they were burning the Mary. That made me tear up like a motherfucker. Robin's backstory, Ace dying, Whitebeard dying, and then I think before that, like Corazon, like his backstory with Law was fucking sad, and then the last thing that I remember was Kuma. Like, One Piece has such a way of making somebody's backstory so sad that when that person realizes that they are loved or wanted or accepted, it makes you feel good, but it makes you like almost like want to cry, because you've seen this person's backstory. You saw the episodes where they were younger, weaker, sadder, and then you see where they're at and see the acceptance that they've like been able to get. It's so fun.
Dude, I feel like with I don't know. I would put now that I think about it, I put Naruto above Gaara.
Okay.
Because just like his father just looking at him and just like accepting him, that was just gut wrenching. Like seeing how far he came.
You put Naruto above Gaara?
Yeah, seeing how it felt like Naruto's dad. Seeing how far he came when he was at the Fourth Ninja War, and just being so proud of him that he went the right way with what he had inside of him.
Are we talking about the last time Naruto sees his dad?
Yeah.
100%. What? I shit you not. I cannot. I've tried. I have fucking tried. I cannot do it. I've watched multiple sad Naruto scenes multiple times. I cannot watch that episode without fucking crying. That episode makes me cry every single time I watch it, because like when he's standing there looking at and the god of shinobi, what the fuck is his name? Hagoromo? When he's like, yo, I'm gonna release the fucking reanimation jutsu, everything's gonna go back to the way it was. Kurama tells him, he's like, yo, go see your dad. He's like, go to him. And Naruto then like starts laughing and smiling, and he's telling his dad, everything he's telling his dad is stuff that his mother wanted him to do. Like, hey, make sure you take a trip in the hot springs, have friends, do good in school, save your money. Like, he is telling his dad like every single thing his mother wanted him to do and how he did it or how he didn't do it. And like when he's the one part, I shit you not, it like if I didn't cry, this was the part that made me cry, is when he's talking about Jiraiya and he's like, yeah, he was like, Pervy Sage taught me about the 3 prohibitions of shinobi, but he was worthless when it came to those, but he was an awesome Sanin, and I respect him the most. The part of that scene that gets me is when Kurama nods his head. Fucking gets me every time, because like Jiraiya's my favorite character. That scene, like if I don't cry watching that scene, that is the scene that makes me start. That is the part in the scene in the episode that makes me start crying. And then when Minato starts to go up, and he's like, "Tell mom when you see her over there, I'm doing my best." Fucking, it gets me. It is so gut wrenching because you can almost picture that being like your own mother, or how would that feel? Like when Naruto met his mom for the first time. The first time I saw that scene was in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Had to stop playing. I could not. I was crying so much. Because I didn't know that game was kind of parallel with the anime. It went along with the anime. Did not know that. So I played that game. When I got to that scene, I had to stop playing because I was crying so hard. Because I was like, holy shit, he is meeting his mom for the first fucking time. This is fucking great. I think his I think his whole backstory so much sadder, because him and Gaara lived the same backstory. They were both Jinchuriki, shunned by the village, hated by all. But like, eventually Gaara became the Kazekage before Naruto became the Hokage. So Gaara gained a good amount of respect when he was much younger than Naruto. Naruto didn't gain that kind of respect until he beat Kakuzu. Like, he beat Zabuza, but when he defeats Pain...
I was gonna say, he also defeat Pain after destroying the whole Leaf Village.
Well, he defeats Kakuzu before he defeats Pain. So, like, when he defeats Pain, you see them going through, like, kind of like Naruto's whole life, the battles he's went through and stuff, and you hear people talking about it. When Naruto helps defeat Zabuza, they were like, it's certain background characters being like, hey, did you hear that Team Kakashi, or did you hear that Kakashi beat the Demon of the Mist Zabuza? And they're like, oh yeah, I heard that Ninetales kid had a thing to do with it. And the woman's like, yeah, right, it's probably all Kakashi's doing. And then it cuts to when he fights fucking Gaara when he's younger, during the tuning exams, and he beats fucking Gaara. And then it's just like, hey, did you hear that Ninetales kid defeated the Sans one-tailed beast? And they're like, oh my god, that kid really is something. It cuts to when he defeats Neji in the tuning exam. Or, I guess that was before. Like, hey, he defeated a Hyuga. Holy shit, maybe this kid is something. Then he fights Gaara. Holy shit, this kid protected the village. When he defeats Kakuzu, like, they were all like, he used that one jutsu, the Rasen Shuriken, and it fucking annihilated Kakuzu. And then they were able to establish, like, peace between, like, the sand and the leaf, because they were constantly feuding. That Naruto saving Gaara from Deidara, from Sasori, from Kakuzu, from all them. He was able to kind of bind that bridge. I just feel like in the total scheme of things, Naruto is way above Gaara in terms of, like, backstory.
No, yeah. It's so close. It's so close to putting him at S, dude. Like I said, I think it's also because there's like he's the main
one of the big
character.
three.
Just
He's one of the big three.
He's such a long anime. Just like you just see him grow up so much longer than any other character.
Yeah, I'll put it at the lowest S if you want, because I feel like when
I feel like he's more than Nami, or not Nami.
fucking Nami,
Nico.
bro.
Fucking Nami. Poor.
Don't fucking diss Nami like that, bro. Don't do that to Nami, bro.
Bro, fucking wearing what she wears now, fucking crazy. From what she started with.
Don't fucking.
She started with like some school,
after the
school
time
girl.
skip, she gets some big bazongas. You can't blame her. You know, it's just what she's got. She's, you know, I'll put. Fuck. Oh, God damn it. You know what? I'll put him below Ace. I'll put him at the lowest S tier. As much as One Piece has gone on, and as much as I've enjoyed it and loved it and watched it all the way to where they were releasing new episodes with them in Egghead Island, I can't put fucking Naruto above Ace, and this is my own personal bias. I love Ace more than I love Naruto, and I'm sorry if that breaks some of y'all's hearts. Tell me why you think different. Obviously, like I said, this isn't set in stone. This is just what we think based on what we've seen, what we felt when watching the anime. Like, I'll put fucking Dragon Ball Z above every one of these fucking things because I'm a fucking Dragon Ball lover.
Really? Where would you put Vegeta?
Fucking... Don't fucking make me do that. Don't fucking make me do that.
Put Vegeta. Where would you put him?
Next to Kuma. Below Kuma,
Really?
next to Kuma.
Really?
Yes, because
Why?
Vegeta, okay, if we're taking Vegeta on right now, like what we know about Vegeta, his whole backstory, as a kid, Vegeta watched his dad die. He didn't necessarily know his planet blew up. He knew his planet blew up. He didn't know that, like, he knew Frieza did it in a sense. He didn't know that Beerus was behind it, but he knew that fucking Frieza did it. You know, when he gets to Earth, fights Goku, gets his ass kicked, like, he realizes he's not the strongest one like that. Like, he wants to believe he is, but he's not. When he gets to Namek, when Frieza ultimately kills him, he looks at Goku and he says, "Hey, you're the last purebred. Please, avenge us. Fucking end his reign of tyranny." Vegeta starts crying. Like, Vegeta as a kid was under the ruling of fucking Frieza and his henchmen, and he was just sent from planet to planet to kill, to plunder, to sell the planet. Like, because he was meant to be a strong warrior, because Saiyans were meant to be a strong warrior race.
Yeah.
That if you take everything Vegeta's been through, okay, now we're at the Namek Saga. Cool beans. He wakes up. Goku resurrects him with the Dragon Balls because they wished for all the people that Frieza killed to come back. Vegeta comes back, sees Goku as a Super Saiyan, gives him props, ends up on Earth. When the androids come, they deal with that. Vegeta's still arrogant as fuck until the Buu Saga. So Vegeta being arrogant and shit, fights Cell, can kill him, but because he's Saiyan, he's like, "Oh, you can become stronger? Oh, you're just shit talking, bro. Guess what? Become your perfect form. I'll still kick your ass." Gets his ass kicked. He knew Trunks was his fucking kid, but he never acted any way towards it until Cell fucking vaped him, and Vegeta flips the fuck out and launches a whole bunch of blasts at Cell. Does nothing. Now we get into the Buu Saga. I'm sorry if I'm putting out anything important. Vegeta joins the fucking tournament, and he's promised that he's gonna fight Goku at the end, and that's what he wants because him and Goku are rivals. When Buu potentially gets resurrected, Babidi basically tells Vegeta, like, "Hey, I can tap into your inner evil. Like, I can make you much stronger." Vegeta gives into it. Vegeta kills a whole arena full of fucking people. Vegeta and Goku fight. Vegeta essentially cheap shots Goku, knocks his ass out because he wants to defeat Majin Buu. He takes the last senzu bean. He goes to fight Majin Buu. As an arrogant and egotistical, power-ridden character, I showed Grace this episode today. Vegeta. He literally looks at Trunks and he says, I never hugged you. I never hugged you, even after you were born. Hey, let's hug. Let's embrace. Hugs Trunks. Tells him, I'm proud of you. Knocks his ass out. Knocks Goten out. The one scene that gets me, that really fucking portrays Vegeta's character, like the full fucking circle of Vegeta's character development. Because before the Buu Saga, you knew him as ignorant, arrogant, power-ridden, thought he was the strongest, all this shit. When he looks at Piccolo and he says, tell me, when I get to the other world, am I going to meet Kakarot there? Piccolo looks at him, he's like, I'm not going to lie to you, and I couldn't lie to you at a time like this. He said, you're not going to see him. Vegeta's eyes like kind of blink for a second, like in disbelief. He said, you've hurt too many people. You've killed and done X, Y, and Z. He said Goku devoted his life to helping people. Because Goku did that, he was able to keep his physical body and his soul was intact. He looks at Vegeta and he says, that's not what's going to happen to you. Your soul's going to be taken from your body and it's going to be cleansed. All your memories and things erased. You won't remember anything. You're going to be put in a new life form. Vegeta willingly accepts that. And he said, I guess that's what it is. And he tells Piccolo to get out of there with Trunks and Goten. Vegeta blows himself up. He did the same thing that Goku did. Goku died against Cell, telling fucking Gohan, hey, I'm proud of you, take care of your mother for me. Vegeta does the same thing. Hey, take care of your mother for me. I'm proud of you, Trunks. That is one of the best, if you're summing it up in total, that is one of the best examples of a character's backstory coming full circle. Because he was such a ruthless, ignorant, arrogant, fucking power-ridden, egotistical warrior, to the fact that he was willing to sacrifice himself for the Earth, even if it wasn't for the Earth at that moment, for his family, for Goku. He knew he was going to come back, that was it. Fucking beautiful. Yeah. I would, in terms of his whole backstory, everything he's gone through, I would definitely put it at S. He's one of the best, well-written characters. I don't want to say side characters, but side character to the main character.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I thought it was just great. Everything, I love Vegeta. Vegeta's my favorite character above Goku. I love Vegeta. Especially going into Super. Like, what he did for, like, Kaba and fighting, like, the Universe 6, people in the tournament, and then when he got to the Tournament of Power, one of the things that gave me like chills is when I love it. I thought it was a fucking awesome. Was when he was powering up with Goku, and they said, "Here we come, Jiren," and Vegeta thought about his promise to Kaba, and like to protect Bulla and Trunks and Bulma. And he was like, I'll shatter through my own limits, in my own way, on my own terms, and then Jiren, I'll defeat you. And then he looks up and his eyes glow blue, and then he transforms, and then he goes, now I'll finally give you my all. Fucking awesome. Awesome, because it just shows his full character development. That he went from not giving a shit to anybody to caring about somebody, not only his family, but somebody from a different universe that he was like a mentor to. Fucking great.
Yeah.
But
said perfectly.
That's all I gotta say. That was a long fucking speech, goddamn. Vegeta lovers better fucking love me in the comments for this.
So good. I just like the fact that he's not the main character and he's trying to be the best, but like literally the whole series he's been shit on the whole time.
Dude, every time when he thought he was strong enough to defeat Frieza fucked his butt.
But then he kept going. He kept going.
When he fought Cell and he could have defeated imperfect Cell, he let Cell get perfect form and then Cell fucked his butt. I think the Majin Buu saga is where he really did like a 360, because even when Kid Buu was fucking him up, Vegeta was still like, yo, you think you can fucking beat me, you piece of shit? Well, fucking bring it on, because this ain't shit. And Vegeta was bleeding and everything. When he fucking fought Beerus, dog, when Beerus slapped Bulma and he fucking lost it. They even said, I don't know if it was in the anime or if it was in the actual movie, but they were like, yo, he's stronger than Goku right now. Because power scale wise, in that moment that he flipped out because Beerus slapped Bulma, he was stronger than Goku.
Holy shit. And then didn't Goku get red hair right after? And
He fucking got God.
Yeah.
But I'm happy Vegeta finally got it. Vegeta got it in the Broly movie.
Yeah. I never watched it, sadly.
You know what? Everybody don't hate us. I haven't watched it either. It's on Hulu. I love Gogeta, my favorite fusion between the two. But man, I fucking hate that they made Broly kind of a neutral character. Because growing up, there are a lot of Dragon Ball movies that were not canon growing up. Like,
he was the bad guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a fucking bad guy. There were 3 Broly movies where he was the fucking bad guy.
Yeah.
But they made him like a neutral guy, and now I seem to think that when they restart Super, so I'm not just going to tell you all this. Technically today, I don't know if the start time is different. It probably is. We live in the United States. I don't know if this is happening in Japan. They're having a Dragon Ball event. It's like a 2-3 hour long event. It may be more, it might be a little less. I'm sorry. The first like half hour to an hour is gonna tell us what's gonna happen with the anime. A lot of people are thinking it's gonna be a remake of Dragon Ball Super. That's gonna be better animation all throughout it, but also it's gonna follow what the manga was. There was shit in the manga that happened that we didn't see. Things in the manga. Tournament of Power. Gohan fights Kefla. We didn't see that in the anime. Roshi fights Jiren. We didn't see that in the anime. Fucking Beerus fights the other God of Destructions. We did not see that in the anime. Probably other things as well, but those are 3 that I know. So they might say, it might be Dragon Ball Super that's going to follow the manga, and then it's going to continue onto the new shit that's in the manga. Like, in the next few arcs, there's the Granola arc, the Moro arc, Superheroes, Black Frieza. They haven't animated shit yet because of a problem with the IP address. So what they said is supposed to happen is like the first half hour, 45 minutes of this event is supposed to be news about the anime, whether it's a movie or the remake or Dragon Ball Super 2, we don't know. Then it's supposed to be like a new Dragon Ball game they're going to announce. Like, there's a bunch of shit. It's supposed to happen on the 25th. I just don't know what time. Yeah.
It's gonna be hype.
It's gonna be hype. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's gonna be, and I hope it's not fucking dog shit. But anyway, guys, this is our tier list. You want to add somebody? You think there's someone better than Bartholomew Kuma? Tell us in the comments. You think there's someone better than Kakashi, Itachi, Naruto, Ace, whoever the fuck these other characters are?
I kind of want to know so I can like watch other ones that are.
Dude, I want to know too. Everybody, even if you just skip and just figure out what our ranking was.
I was thinking about some Tokyo Revengers, but then I was also thinking at the same time, it doesn't compare to these people.
You know what? There might be some people that are going to be like, yo, fucking Kaneki from fucking Tokyo Ghoul had a horrible childhood because of this, and this is where it is. Right? Yo, let everybody. We're not judging. All opinion based. You don't have to agree with us. Just let us know. But let us know what you would change, who you would add. Who do you think is better than Kuma? Who do you think has a satisfactory than Kuma, than Itachi, than Obito? Like, tell us in the comments. Like,
definitely gonna be some people from a Kami got killed.
Bro, if
some of those backstories are fucking.
Let me tell you, motherfucker. Let me tell you, motherfucker, something. You fucking list somebody from a Kami got killed that's better than Kuma, I'll go back and watch that fucking anime. And if it's wrong, I'm gonna be so pissed off because I know that anime is 24 episodes. So how bad could their backstory be?
Yeah.
Yo, you know who I should have put? The fucking king from Record of Ragnarok.
King. Oh, the Chinese king?
The Chinese king, brother.
Yeah.
I think he would have been in an A. I don't know where in A, but in A. That made me when me, you, and Shane were watching that.
I was thinking about it.
That made me tear up.
Yeah.
I thought it was badass as shit, especially when that lady who was meant to like be his bodyguard
protect him.
Yeah.
Just fucking
at the
died.
At the end when she dies and she says my son and he calls her mama. fuck. That, like, broke my heart because I was like, my God, this is beautiful. Like, it was great because y'all can say whatever you want about Record of Ragnarok's animation. They can make you feel shit in one episode of somebody's backstory than a lot of mainstream fucking animes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna end it here. Vince, any parting words?
No, I just want to get recommendations of ones that are better than the ones we got right here. Because I feel like we watch all the mainstream ones, and I feel like I want to know some of the side animes that give like the same amount.
Bro, I would actually get that. Vince makes a good point, everybody. There's like, we've watched a lot of anime. There's a lot of mainstream ones we've watched, and then a lot of not so mainstream ones we've watched. But there's also ones that like I've heard of but never watched. Or if there is a character's backstory that you really feel is so gut-wrenchingly sad, let us know. Me and Vince are known to watch new animes together. We will fucking binge an anime on Discord, and we will watch it. But after that, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is a long-ass fucking video. We appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye-bye.